afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for September 13th, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2019. Bear with me. It's interesting that when we try to work everything out in our minds, it usually gets us nowhere. If we live instead by intuition and inspiration, you let your whole life become a revelation. And people try to convince the civilization or energies or frequencies that there's only a few of us that are creative, and the rest have no creative energy whatsoever. And that is so far from the truth, it's unreal. Every single one of us have a high level of creativity, creation energy. And, our minds are naturally creative because they're constantly creating. And we all know that because of all the chatter and all the thoughts every moment of our life. Now, it's up to us to determine which one of those thoughts is real. Which one do we want to take in as an idea? And self-realizing, enlightening, million-dollar ideas or mundane complaints about the weather. It all depends on if the gateway to your ultimate creative capacity is open or closed. See, this is when we talk about the child imagination. Most of humanity's child imagination is buried because they have been told that you're an adult, and it has nothing to do with that, say. They identify the childhood imagination as being, well, you're immature, you're a child, you shouldn't be thinking those things. It's silly as that. And that's why, most people believe that there's only a few gifted, creative individuals born in the world, and the rest of us are not so lucky. And see, that's where the self-esteem for humanity, for people, gets so low. And, it gets frustrating. We are all deeply creative beings who are constantly inventing every detail of our lives in each breathing moment. Every thought you're thinking right now is creating something. The question is, are these thoughts in alignment with what your heart-mind truly wants to manifest? Or are you still selling yourself short, settling for what you don't want? Either way, you are still creating your reality, and you're inventing the dream you're living in every single instant of your life. Now, there's some things that you can be applying that are highly effective. You can do is instantly skyrocket your ultimate creative capacity, is to allow yourself to do absolutely nothing. That goes against what everybody's been taught. That's right. You take a vacation from talking, doing, achieving, exploring, examining, discovering, learning, growing, and just practice being. Just relax into your body. Isn't it interesting that people, they want this, they want that, they want this, they want that, they want to read this, they want to do this, they want to do this, and they're going to get this, they're going to get this, they're going to get this. And they're constantly on this mad rush to know everything. To know everything. Got to know everything, got to do this, got to do that, got to do this, got to do that. And they never, ever just be. They don't do that. As much as they say to themselves, well, I'm just going to be. Being, Relax into your body. Experience being alive. Present this simple, soft presence that you are, and be still. If you really want to start learning things, be still. Plan to stare at the clouds floating by in the sky for an entire day. Do any of you remember when you were kids, you'd lay in the grass and you'd stare at the sky with your friends and you'd play a game? You say, let's point out the clouds and what we think they are. You know, oh, there's a deer over there, there's a bear there. And then after a while, we just lay there watching the clouds float by. And we were doing nothing, but it was so enjoyable. Well, oh yeah, right. Wouldn't it be great if you saw a bunch of adults laying in the grass staring at the sky watching the clouds? Why not? Do it an entire day. Having nothing to do on your agenda instantly creates a vacuum-like energy. And this succulent taste of emptiness will cause massive amounts of new creative juices to start bursting from inside. You've heard this so many times, nature abhors a vacuum. And if you can truly do nothing, be nothing, think about nothing, feel nothingness at the core of your being, you will be blown away at the creativity that naturally arises. And the only reason you may have felt blocked in your creative exploration of your life is because you haven't been able to let go of your addictions, distractions, and drop the desiring mind. Make it a priority to be still and stop working on anything. Stop it. Stop working on anything. You'll see a creative miracle explode from within inside you. It may take you 10 minutes or 10 hours. But once you truly allow your mind the time to relax, do absolutely nothing and be nothing, you'll find that life is purely orgasmic. The moment you make time for nothingness in your life and allow yourself to feel into the essence of what absolute 100% nothingness feels like, your entire life will blossom. It's like hitting the reboot button on your computer. Your body-mind system resets itself, your eyes become clear again, and you discover a brand new experience of life. All your so-called problems become dwarfed in the presence of your creative geniuses as you find there only exists the illusion of problems. The illusion of problems. As you become so outrageously creative, you're able to think of 108 different new solutions to each one of these old, worn-out, so-called problems. This may be one of the greatest benefits from exploring nothingness and letting it reboot your creativity muscles. And when you realize how easy it is to completely stop having problems in your life, community will hear the greatest belly laugh in the sky. You will be reborn as the divine cosmic creative joy that you truly are. Make that decision right now that every day this week you are going to choose to skyrocket your creative capacity to the next level. This means that you are willing to move into and through your dull, ordinary, boring thinking patterns and choose to think thoughts that increase your joy vibration. It means you are committing to taking better care of yourself, loving who you are, becoming more gentle with yourself, and only doing the actions that give you tons of happiness, long-term energy. Sure, you may have to find a new job that you love or spend more time with those people you really love. Yet how much time do you have here on earth? How much? In that body. By choosing to live in this higher frequency, you may no longer be able to hang out amongst those people who have a tendency to bring your energy down. You know those people who judge others, condemn others, think they're holier than everyone, and yet deep down feel like they are hiding in some perpetual complaint factory. These people won't be able to handle your cosmic creative energy. It's best to move forward with your life. Just let them know you're busy if they want to make a complaint date with you. Do you ever come across people that just about their whole 24 hours that they are awake, they're always complaining about something. You know, it could be, I don't feel well. I'm tired. Oh, I've had such a challenging day. Oh, this happened, that happened. Wow, I just don't know what's wrong with me. It continues. This goes on and on. Now, are they cognizant of that fact? Who knows? Who knows? Have you been around people like that? So if people want to make a complaint date with you, say you're busy. If they are a good friend of yours and want to continue connecting with you, they will wake up and catch up with your vibration. Yet, do not lower your divinely happy creative vibe to be in rapport with anyone. You're not doing a service to others or yourself by lowering your frequency, choosing to be less happy, less joyful, less creative, and alive. You are still that wildly creative child who had the most outrageous imagination. Remember our imaginations? I put mine front and center. I've kept it ever since I was a little tiny tack. You know, remember when you used to be joyfully entertained by the fantasies in your mind for 24 hours a day? That capacity to enjoy imagination is still there. The child is still inside you right now, waiting for your permission to come out to play. How many of us do play? How many? Free your child up right now and give him or her full permission to be free all week long. Let him or her dance to the music, laugh at life, be silly, play, fantasy, make up dumb jokes and sing songs. In a very short time, you will discover something quite magical. The sacred stream of creativity has become unblocked. It is now pouring over you like a waterfall of yummy, liquid, loving light. This is who you are. Every moment of your life is an opportunity to ascend to a higher dimension of consciousness. What this means is the practical sense is only doing things, being with people, and living a life that makes your heart sing. Now, if you cannot find what it is that makes your heart sing, then find what makes it cry or become angry. Use everything, the dark, the light. May have just fogged the lamp up with all sorts of more important ideas. To get out of this fog, just look around you. Notice you are surrounded by creativity everywhere you go. Look, smell, touch, listen, feel life. It is all around you. This world is a divine creation. We all know that. All of nature and the man-made things all came from divine creativity. When you truly look into life, you'll see how obvious it is that you're the source of creative energy itself. We talk about this constantly. It's always good to know that there is no such thing as stepping into the same river twice. Life is constantly providing you with completely brand new experiences in each moment. Your job is to not try to go back to the good experiences you cherished. Not to go back to the good experiences you cherished. Or resist the negative experience that haunt you. Your job is to be in this creative, juicy moment that is here now. When you let go of the banks of the river and you go with the flow with life, allowing the current to take you downstream, you will relax, heal, and merge with the ocean. You will only feel tremendous joy, bliss, and ecstasy inside. This is a natural occurrence when you are flowing along with the ocean of momentary existence. You don't have to try very hard to get here, for the water and the river flow is already an intimately connected part of the ocean. You simply have to trust the flow. You'll naturally go with it. That's what this is about. Your frequency, how you are, the natural flow. You are creation. All of you. Try it for the next 7 days, as I've suggested. Or don't try it. Stay where you're at. It's up to you. So this meditation is you are creation. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, which I'm sure most of you are. The first thing you want to do is relax your body. Drop your shoulders. We all have a tendency to carry stress, even if we think we don't. We carry it. Drop your shoulders. To assist you with your body relaxation, you're going to want to move into the now. Move into the now. Not yesterday. All of those experiences in the past are over. They're done. There's no reason for you to go back and experience them again. Because you're creating every moment in the now. You don't care to go into the future. Future isn't there yet. You haven't even created it. You stay in the now. By staying in the now, you move into stillness. Moving into stillness, you do nothing. You be nothing. You just are being. You are in the deepest gratitude for every single breath you take. There is no complaints in our existence. There isn't any. We create the complaints. And each time we identify any of the things that we complain about, it pulls us into lower vibrational frequency. So no matter what we do, no matter how hard we try, we will stay in low vibrational frequencies because we are constantly in the mode of complaining about something, whatever it may be. And what this does, it is like a snowball effect going down a hill. It literally pulls you deeper and deeper and deeper without you even being aware of it in lower vibrational frequencies, no matter how much you think you are beyond that. In the now, still the mind. Be nothing. Just concentrate on being. At the same time, also, you're going to want to breathe. You're going to want to breath in through the nose and breath out through the mouth. Now, as you do this, you want to hold it 1001, 1002, 1003, breath out through the mouth. While I'm talking, you want to do this at least 6 times. For those of you who are new in this meditation, in this now, the reason that we hold our breath is that the breath is in the now. It is only in the now. This is why, here's an exercise for all of you. If you go to bed at night and you're disturbed, or your mind is full of chatter, and it's pumping all kinds of just incessant thoughts, and you have worry, and you don't feel right, or you feel low, or something's wrong, you sense. This is the mind talking to the heart mind, okay? Breathe. Breathe. When you concentrate on your breath, you will find that it goes away. Breathe. Breath in, breath out when this takes place. Whether you wake up in the morning and you say, oh, geez, I don't feel right, I don't want to face this day, oh, boy. Breathe. Move yourself constantly in higher frequency. And so as you breathe in, you're breathing in divine positive energy. And what is divine positive energy, by the way? It comes from source. It comes from Mother, Father, God, Prime Source, Creator, God. It comes from the universe. It comes from the collective consciousness of the universes. It's everywhere. And it funnels in through your God within you. Now, if you're coherent or conscious enough, clear enough, you'll feel the vibration from your God communicating with you, since you should be merged with your God by now. And when you do this, as you merge, and you feel that vibration, it's communication. And the communication basically coming to you is that you're all that there is, ever has been, ever will be. Ever. Experience just being. That's what a lot of humans have done throughout the ages. You talk about Buddha, or Siddhartha. You talk about Maitreya. You talk about Kuan-Yin, any of them. Talk about Buddhists, which people don't even know who that is. And when you find out that, okay, so they did it, well, why can't I do it? Well, you can. You just sit and be. That's it. You are creation. There's nothing you cannot do. Nothing. You find yourself complaining and moaning and all this and all that, and it drops you down into the toilet of frequencies. It does automatically. Now, if you are not coherent or aware of that, you'll stay there. And things just won't happen correctly. They just won't flow. It'll be like, forcing a square peg in a round hole. See, that's basically what happens to a lot of us. Just concentrate on being. Try it for 2 days a day, 7 days. Do nothing. Try not to think of anything. You'll find out that things will just absolutely transform immediately. But for those of you who are in a tug of war, it'll take longer. Now, as you breathe out, you're breathing out all of the incessant chatter that the mind throws at you nonstop, 24/7. No? By being now, you still the mind. Just let it go. Try it. Stop. We all do it. Incessantly trying to figure this out, trying to figure out this, do this, do that, do this, do that, do that, do that, do this, that, do that. And it's nonstop. And then we have these illusion problems that come in. They're illusions too. They really are. But then we create them and we make them real. Okay? Now understand, we are merged with our heart mind. We are in the heart mind. We float high in the body. Okay, you can tell when you drop in the body. Unfortunately, there are a lot of humans where their heart mind is in their gut. Not a good place for the heart mind to be. It should be up above the heart, into the throat, and basically into the head, and maybe even further than that. How do you do that, people say? You stay into a complete peace and high vibrational frequency of love, joy, tranquility. And anybody can do that. Anybody. I have guided people through the years to do that, and after a while they do it by themselves. That's the point. You are also merged with your God, the kingdom of God, the God mind. You are the supreme creator, each and every one of you. You are supreme creators. The God within you is perfect, absolutely perfect, flawless, arm in arm, hand in hand, we form our circle of light, embrace the equator of this planet Earth. Our God-light energy is what glows and is bright, and it's like fizzling, sizzling, and it's the auric energy out in the open. It's the brilliance and the brightness. We encase the planet in a perfect sphere of the highest, deepest eternal love. We are encased in the same essence, the same energy. We are all protected 24/7. Unless we know how to master the mind and the ego, then we fall into low frequencies. So all life is saturated and flooded with the highest and deepest eternal love. This negates the low frequencies. And the one interesting thing about it, it isn't external authority because it comes from us, within. This isn't some technology that puts up this field. It is us. We flood everything. And it's a combination. It's the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This heals all things. It's white fire. You just have to learn how to use it. It's white fire. Purple transmuted flame, violet ray. Violet blue purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. Golden white pink light of the highest, deepest eternal love. Of Source. Mother, Father, God, or Prime Source, Creator God. A family. It saturates. Now think about this. It's saturating. See it through your heart mind. It is saturating all that is low frequency. All that is debauchery, destruction, annihilation. It is literally diffusing every single molecular structure created by the low frequencies of existence. The dance in front of you is the desperation of the frequencies trying to exist, but can no longer in the field of the highest, deepest eternal love. When we worry, when we stress, when we fear, we give it energy. You can see how we connect the pieces as we snap them into place. Visiting low frequencies is an absolutely no-no for any of us. The only reason we run from monsters are the ones that we created in our own existence. So watch it as it saturates, penetrates, embraces, hugs, warms, serenity and peace, just being. Now, we begin to move up above the planet. We also, our gods, move out of the body. We are connected to the body because we must give the body energy. We run these bodies. They cannot run on their own. When we leave them, they cease to operate. Therefore, we are connected to them because we sustain them to keep us mobile in this physical existence. So as we float up, we begin to call upon all of the other parts of Source, all of our brothers and sisters, all of the light energy beings, and all that there is, ever has been, and ever will be ever. That expands out to everywhere, beyond creation of universes, beyond the creation of super universes. beyond the creation of the first level of creation, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the hundredth, the billionth, the trillionth. They are of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love. They are in complete generosity, humbleness, peace, joy, tranquility, non-judging, compassionate, peaceful, soft, genuine. And they come in this meditation, this now, arm in arm, hand in hand. They join us. And they are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes, as we are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest gratitudes. And guess what? We are all one. And we are all love. And our God light energy is absolutely everywhere. We call upon the archangels, cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes, all of the angels and all of the civilization. They have been assisting our civilization for eons. We call it the civilization is because there are so many that are not pure human in our civilization. We are all love, and we're all one, we're all together. We call upon the Ascended Masters. They are of the highest and deepest eternal loves, and from the highest and deepest eternal loves. They ascended out of body, and they left the matrix. Then they have come back, take the risk of being trapped back in the matrix by assisting all of us. They are of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love. They are in joy, peace, happiness, bliss, non-judging, compassionate, caring, kind, humble, tranquil. Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, El Moria, Abundantia. And many, many, many more. Many other galaxies and universes. And they come, massive numbers, arm in arm, hand in hand, in this meditation, in this now. And they join us. They are of the highest, of deepest, 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 eternal gratitude. We are of the highest, of deepest, 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 eternal gratitudes. We're all one. We're all love. And our God light energy is everywhere. We call upon the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, beneath earth, Agartha. All these civilizations who are only of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love. Who are in joy, in peace, in harmony, in bliss, in generosity, in humbleness, in non-judging, in great compassion, benevolence. They come in the billions in this meditation, in this now. They join us arm in arm, hand in hand. They are of the highest, of deepest, 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 eternal gratitudes, as we are of the highest, of deepest, 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 eternal gratitudes. We're all one. We're all love. light energy is absolutely everywhere. It does not dissipate. It strengthens every second. We call upon all the galactics, off-worlders, only of the highest, deepest, eternal love from the highest, deepest, eternal love. They have been assisting the civilization for eons in its evolution, in its ascension, its enlightenment, and in freeing itself from its own self-imposed bondage and slavery. They are in peace and joy, prosperity, happiness, bliss, tranquilness, benevolence, generosity, and humbleness. And they come in the billions. In this now, in this meditation, arm in arm, hand in hand, they join us. They are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitudes, and we are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitudes. We are all one. We are all love. And our God light energy is everywhere. We call upon our loved ones who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes we've inhabited. They are of the highest, deepest, eternal love only, and from the highest, deepest, eternal love. They are in bliss and joy. They are in peace. They are in generosity, humbleness, non-judging, high compassion, tranquility. And they come in the billions, arm in arm, hand in hand. They join us in this now, in this meditation. They are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and we are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitudes. We're all one. We are all love, and our God light energy is everywhere. We call upon all of those God-light energies who have decided to be housed in the following forms on and in this planet, in this now, this meditation. They are of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love. They are in joy, peace, bliss, happiness, tranquility, benevolence, generosity, humbleness. They are in love. Just to name a few. Fairies, the sprites, the elves, gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, mermaids, dolphin, the whale, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire. Pegasus, the unicorn, the minotaur, the centaur, and many, many more. Many more. They are of the highest, deepest eternal love from the highest, deepest eternal love. They are in joy, peace, happiness, bliss, kindness, humbleness. And they come in the trillions and shapes and forms and colors and sizes of which we have never seen. Arm in arm, hand in hand, they gladly join us in this now, in this meditation. It is of the highest frequency. It only attracts those of the highest frequency of deep eternal love. And they are of the highest, of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitudes, as we are of the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitudes. And we're all one. We're all love, and our God light energy is everywhere. We look up and we see our meditative sphere. It's that center circle. We've created it. We are supreme creators. It holds all of our meditations in perpetual motion. It can be seen, heard, and felt in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever. You can feel its power. You feel as it saturates and floods your very existence, your God, your heart, mind, your physical body, your mind, your ego. It floods all of us into the understanding that we, you, I, all of us, are creation. We are creating 24/7. Unfortunately, most of us are blind to that understanding. We just take things for granted and think that we aren't doing anything but living. Feel yourself filled with all that you are, ever have been, ever will be, ever. You decide. Can you just be? Can you be nothing? Can you allow yourself to just be? Open your floodgates. Be bathed in the deep eternal love and peace and joy that you truly are. You look at the planet. We see all of our brothers and sisters, all the lights, all the lights. On and in, above and below. Flood them with unending, deep, eternal love. We flood them. We saturate every bit of life. It permeates all of their molecular structures. It doesn't matter if they have an empty vessel or they have a soul vessel. It is saturating and flooding all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever. What does it bring with it? The knowing that each of them are joy and peace and love and high frequency. To begin practicing to stay in the high frequency. You feel it. Feel the waves through your heart mind. This is now. It isn't later. It isn't yesterday. This is now. We are creation. We are part of the source. Therefore, we are part of the God. We are the kingdom of God. We are the God mind. Each of us is a piece of the God of source creation. How can we not be able to literally transform the low frequencies into the highest high by emanating that, each of us, all together? Feel it. Flow with it. I'll join in the meditation. I'll return to close us out. Imagine not thinking about anything. Wouldn't that just be wonderful? Just, you're on that river, you're in that boat, you have no oars, and you're just letting that current take you, and you have no thoughts at all. You're just in the now, and you're just being. You're being nothing, you're thinking nothing, and you're just floating along. It's kind of called R&R from our physical interaction on this planet and in it. It opens up so much more for us. And you understand is the more you know, the more you feel through your heart mind. You are creation. Take it with you the rest of the day, into the evening, night, and the following morning. And we will be back here